What's going on, everyone? I am here to help you get closer to your guitar journey skill level goals. I am Kesheaf, and don't forget to check out my strum training course. Even if you're on the intermediate level, it's still very essential and fundamental to actually get your strumming down. All right. So welcome back to the channel. Subscribe if you feel like you got value. Okay, like and subscribe. Make sure you do that. Okay. So I just wanted to say that I'm building a community. Keep that in mind. So that is available for you. All right. I feel like you'll benefit from it. So that's pretty much that. So I'm getting into It Never Rains in Southern California. Okay. Now, as I was actually putting together this lesson, I was already aware of a couple of songs with the same name, basically, but I didn't really read up on one of them. So one of them came out before the main one that I'm going over. But there was one by Hammond. But the thing about this song is that it is very useful for practicing strumming. Now, the It Never Rains in Southern California, that was released in 1972, soft rock, type guy. But it's sort of like I think he was British. These chords are very useful for light rock or soft rock or whatever. So, but the tempo is about so the chords stay the same throughout the whole song. It's in the key of A, and the chords go something like this. That's like the whole song, with the exception of in the chorus it does this. So that fourth chord is actually added in there. Now, without me really having to tell you, this is A major. Here's B minor, E major, A major, F sharp minor. Those are all the chords of that song, okay? But I'm just saying it's really useful when it comes to rhythm and being able to practice and follow along and the song not changing up on you, okay? This song is useful for that, okay? From start to finish. All right, so I really wanted to bring that up. I don't know of a song prior to that has the same name, but so I kind of wanted to highlight both songs. So It Never Rains in Southern California by Hammond, okay, co-written, Mike Hazelwood. But this channel has a huge emphasis, even though I talk about other genres occasionally, because it's really useful. But like neo soul, R&B, some rock stuff, some distortion stuff, some things like that, okay? But more so in that arena. Some gospel stuff, some quartet stuff. With It Never Rains in Southern California by Toni, totally different vibe, okay? Totally different vibe. Definitely not soft rock. And the tempo is more it's a little slower. The beat, boom, 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 boom. So it's more like that. All right. In fact, let me see what we got. Woo! See, y'all weren't ready for that. Well, let me turn it down. So that's the song, the R&B song by Toni, which is In the Rings in Southern California. So those chords are different. It's a totally different song. Okay. I already mentioned the song prior, and it was the chords B minor, E major, A major to F sharp minor. Okay. That was that. So we're switching over to a new song. Okay. For this song, it is actually in C minor. And I'm wondering, should I... I'm gonna switch guitars. So yeah, let's kind of play through that. Okay. Now this is not like a melody playthrough, so I'm just gonna play the instrumental like pieces of it. All right. And remember, this is C minor. Okay. Let me see how the level is coming through. Yeah, that works. All right, so here we are. C minor. It's in that vibe right there. That's pretty much it. All of these are down strums, okay? All right, let's just talk about that part first. So it's in the key of C minor, okay? I mean, some would describe it as a C7 sus2, okay? We can do that. But I say minor 9. That's what I say. It depends on how you actually structuring the chord, but minor 9. So anyway, so I'm going to quickly go through all these chords, okay? And check out the full version with all the complete stuff in the community. You can be able to check it out there, okay? But as far as on YouTube, here are the chords. C minor 9, so here's the straight minor, standard minor shape coming from the A string. Here's a, if you lift your pinky, that is a minor 7th. You lift your middle finger. That's what I'm playing, okay? So that's pretty much the basis of what the song is, being played around. You're not really doing up and down, though you can. So let's see how that sounds and see how it feels. And I'm gonna be quick. You can do that, or you can, let's do it again. go here. Okay. So that's what that is. So that's C, F minor 9, C minor 9, F minor 9. Then this is, what is that? That is that an augmented chord? Yeah, it's like a G augmented, I think. And yeah, so that's pretty much what's being played on the verse. So going to the F. Now occasionally I do hear boom, boom, boom. So I occasionally hear this. Which is like a half diminished. Okay. So that's what I hear. So it's like a C minor 9, F minor 9, which could be played this way or this way. So and going from the C, then, all right. And some would maybe add this in the middle. They would add something like this. All right. So that's that main chord progression. All right. And then there's like I don't know if you want to call it like a pre-chorus type thing. So, and that's going from F minor or F minor 7, G minor 7, A flat major 7, and then going back to G minor 7, and then C minor 7. So yeah, that's how you play it. That's how you play it. All right. So yeah, I figured I would like share that. But yeah, all the whole stuff, the full complete one in the community. So yeah, I appreciate you all coming on here and, watching what I have to share. If it is your first time, welcome. If you're back again, welcome back. If you like it, definitely share it. And I think that's all I have. Check out the strum training course. It is useful for, really for anyone, but, it's essential. Like I urge beginners and intermediates to really get it, because we have actually a lot of people trying to learn complex chords and you haven't gotten that down yet. So there's actually quite a bit of learners that I realize that I run into. You want to know the complex stuff. And it kind of it doesn't hinder my teaching, but it just sort of makes it a little interesting when I am trying to teach, and you can't quite get the rhythm part right. Okay, rhythm is very important in being able to switch chords at the same time. And what I'm venturing to do is kind of helping to eliminate certain frustrations. It don't have to be 100% perfect, but you really got to have a concept of being able to strum. Now, this is one of the reasons that I did bring up the first song, because the song by Albert Hammond, the It Never Rains in Southern California, which the song is called It Never Rains, and in parentheses in Southern California. But songs like that help to practice your strumming. But the course that I have, it gives you a chance to really highlight the imperfections so that you can get it on. All right. So do not neglect that. In fact, it's 75% off. So, and I don't know when I'm gonna take it off. Okay. I don't know when I'm gonna take the promo code off. So just keep that in mind. But it's 75% off. I think that makes it $5. Go on and skip that Starbucks trip. Get your strumming right. So let me know if y'all have any questions. And that is that. All right. Peace.